So I haven't really been making content recently. I really only made like one to 3 videos this year, maybe 4. But I have this tractor here I bought a couple of months ago for only $50. I needed a new starter and battery. Didn't need a new solenoid, which I had to take out for simplicity, which I'll show you. May look suspicious that's under here like this, and that's because the engine went. I had for 1 month, and out of nowhere the engine started running very rough, and I think it threw a rod. All I needed was a solenoid, a battery, and a starter. This is off the Craftsman platform and the Murray platform, and Craftsmans are notorious for bad starters. This is a Wizard, by the way. They did not make many of these. These are pretty rare, especially bigger. They made like 2 trims. The first trim was a single cylinder overhead valve engine, like what my Simplicity has, which those engines I believe are terrible. And then they have the second option, which is the, I guess I could say top trim. I think there's only 2 trims with this body style. Was a 2-cylinder engine, 18 horsepower. The one before it's 14, and they move from the gas tank from the front to the back under the seat, which I really like. I much prefer it under the seat. I like it away from the engine. I think this is 2 gallons. I think it's bigger than what would be in the front, and it's gravity fed. It's not the fuel valve on the Simplicity, which I flooded that once because I left the fuel valve open overnight. The previous owner did this, and at first I hated it, but when I learned that was a 2-cylinder and the amount of power it has, I decided to leave it on, and this spring I'm going to just paint over and give it a new flare because you can see this paint's kind of crap. One of my most favorite things about this mower, as you saw, is that it has headlights, which the Simplicity does not have. Mine was a base trim. The upper trim had headlights, and I think those were glass. This one's plastic, and because it's a Wizard and they ceased production 10-15 years ago, I'm sure it'd be almost impossible to find some headlight lens. I'm glad that the previous owner covered those headlights when he put the paint on here. It needs a choke even when it's warm. It takes that long to get fuel in. She runs good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would have driven it, but for some reason it's tired. It just gets bad in the winter, so I better jack it up so that it won't split as I look for a new tire pump.